Hello, we're going to be working with integers and floats. I'm going to show you guys how to use them. So one situation would be here. So say you have an x variable is equal to 12.2. Alright, and now say you want to get rid of the decimal point. What you could do is you could do x int and put x into these parentheses. And when you print this, the decimal point, anything after the decimal point will be deleted. You see we have 12. Okay, so that works perfectly. Likewise, like say we wanted to turn x back into a float. What we do is we do float x. Now when we print x, we have 12.0. Okay. Let's see, what else did I need to talk about? Alright, so another thing I want to show you guys is how to find out what type of variable you're working with. So you would type in print parenthesis type parenthesis. You put your variable in there. Click enter, and as you can see, you get some feedback, and this is that variable x is of class float. Let's say we have a integer value which is 12, and we print it. The type, I'm going to put y here, and that is of type integer. Y is of class integer. Okay, so this is pretty important if you want to do some numerical addition, multiplication, division. Like say we have A, B, and C, right? And that's equal to 1.2, 2.2, 3.2. Right? I have an invalid syntax. There we go. Can't just delete that. Alright, so I'm just gonna copy this, gonna paste it here. Delete it. It's good. So now say we do print A plus B plus C. See we get what we get? We get 6.6005. Now this 5 value right here comes from because you see A is equal to 1.2, but it's not exactly 1.2. There's something appended to the very end of here. So here we have, so as you can see, these three variables have something at this last index right here, and this equals 5. Alright, so that's something to be aware of, especially when you're looking for accuracy. At that point, say you didn't want this here, then you have to find a way to round this down, and that's something I'm going to be covering in future videos. But as of now, it's good to know that this is here. Okay, so you don't exactly get 6.6. Instead, you would get this variable here. And this is also a good example to demonstrate the limitation of your float. Floating values can go on for forever, right? You could keep dividing a number for a very long time, and this one has a limit. Python has a limit, and as you can see, this is the limit here. So what was I getting out about? Okay, so say we only wanted to have an integer value come out instead of having this. What we could do is we could assign each variable individually to a integer value, and what that would do is B is equal to B, and then in C is equal to C. Alright, so this works perfectly, but maybe a little bit time consuming if each variable in it is a decimal. Then you say you had like 20 variables, right, and they were all decimals, then you'd have to go through 20 variables by themselves and print them out as so. As of right now, I don't know of a shortcut on how to minimize that, and that's something I'm going to be looking into.